Welcome to StarseedPsychics.com blog and podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and we are glad to have you here and hope that you find our blog very inspiring. We publish every blog written on our website into a podcast from all of our gifted psychics and spiritual advisors right here through the use of Anchor. We are very happy that you have found us and hope that you will return and be a constant listener here on our podcast. Enjoy this next episode.
Have you ever been walking through a wooded area, or just maybe looking up in the treetops on your own piece of land or the national forest and notice some green fuzzy-looking plant growing on the branches? Sometimes in little small plants and sometimes in great long hanging bunches. This is a lichen moss and it is called Usnea. Usnea is a usable plant that can be added to your home pharmacy/apothecary. Sometimes you can find this herb laying about the ground after very windy days and on down branches that came loose in the winds. If you are all about natural medicine, this is one plant you do not want to miss out on collecting. It grows all over the world and can be found during any season, although easier to spot when the trees are void of all their leaves. It is as if Mother Earth knew when you would need it most, because during late fall through winter and into early spring is the usual times when most folks will be battling illness. This is when the leaves are gone from the trees and the Usnea is easiest to spot. Pick up the Usnea, or pull it off the tree branches and take it home to dry it. It can be dehydrated, dried over a heating source or in the sun. Greater than against certain bacteria, usnic acid is more effective than the antibiotic penicillin. Greater than fact. Did you know that StarseedPsychics.com is also a place of holistic healing and teaching? It's true. In fact, we have Master Psychic Spirit Walker, which is one of the world's leading natural living gurus, herbalist over 30 years, herbal remedies published author, natural medicine blogger, and even a medicine man who is in touch with his Native American heritage. Come see what he can do for you. Usnea dries fast. After it is dry, you can place your Usnea in a jar with a tight-fitting lid and place on your shelf for future use. There are no poison look-alikes, and you will see it is very easy to spot this apart from other plant types because nothing grows quite like it. Usnea is used to treat all types of bacterial and viral infections, both inner and outer of the body. It can be made into a tea, infusion, a tincture, an oil, a salve, whatever you like. According to what it will be used for, really, will determine what you make it into. Some years ago, I had my first go using it with my daughter and wife. After falling ill with the rapidly changing weather where we lived then, they both came ill with sinus infections and even some bronchitis and bronchiolitis. Soon after, I followed suit with a nice sinus infection, myself. I used 1 teaspoon of Usnea steeped in a cup of boiling water. For a nicer flavor, I added a TSP of organic peppermint leaves from our garden. Cover your medicine infusion and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. I added honey after straining, for taste, and we all drank 2 cups a day for about 3 days and saw much improvement in that short time frame. At 1 week we were all on the climb to the top, and not long after that, we were all healed completely. Anytime you deal with a sinus infection or other respiratory infection, it takes time. All that with no modern-day prescriptions or doctors of any kind. Our fevers went away quickly, within that first 72 hours. Usnea is known to be a very powerful antibiotic. It is also a powerful antiviral and antibacterial herb, so had no problem handling our issues. Get Master Psychic Spirit Walker's book titled, Using Herbal Remedies and Prepare Your Family for Cold and Flu Season now. Available in ebook and paperback. Ebook available on Amazon.com. It has been proven to be effective at staph and strep infections even. Pneumonia cannot even stand up to this powerful natural medicine. If you have athlete's foot, then steeping a cup of this herb in 2 cups of olive oil for 4 weeks can result in a medicinal oil that can be applied to the problem areas. In fact, this can be done with all herbs that have external uses and antiviral properties. If you want to really get the medicine to work for you, as powerful as Mother Nature intended, just steep a cup of Usnea in 2 cups of 80 to 100 proof clear alcohol, such as Everclear or non-GMO vodka, for about 4 weeks, strain and jar it. This is called a tincture and will result in a very potent medicine. Using a teaspoon, You can add about 4 teaspoons of the Usnea tincture to a tea or juice and drink a few times a day. A medicine, made this way, will result in much faster healing time and in a better use of your precious herb. On my home apothecary shelves you can see Usnea in a jar, Usnea tincture and Usnea oil. You can see this with just about as many herbs as I can fit on the shelves. In fact, why go small? We are talking about free medicine, folks. Medicine with no side effects and with greater power and a deeper history than any modern-day synthetic medicine. It is the time of spiritual awakening, evolution. A time of greater health. As we are edging very close to the fall season, 2021, it is also the season of the flu and viruses, and other illnesses. Be ready in case you or a family member needs some medicine. Rising Appalachia Medicine.
You have been listening to StarseedPsychics.com podcast. We hope that you found our episode inspiring and enlightening. Hope that you will return. If you would like to help us, you can support Starseed Psychics by being a loyal listener and finding the support link here on our podcast. You also can come on over to www.starseedpsychics.com where you can find links that will allow you to support Starseed Psychics in a number of ways. This has been Master Psychic Spirit Walker, and hope that you return for a next episode of our blog and podcast.